everyone, this is Simraj. Today we're going to build a weather app following this design. The front-end tech stack we will be using is HTML, Tailwind CSS and raw JavaScript. I had learned Tailwind CSS from Code with Harry, and during his video, in his slides, I took a screenshot of the process by which we can set the Tailwind CLI in our project. So this slide does not only show us the command but also explains which command actually does what in our project. So let's start setting up Tailwind in our project. So you can see the weather app has three main sections. The first one is the input bar section or the search bar section. The second one is the weather icon section. And the third one is the humidity and wind speed section. So we're going to divide it into three main sections. We're going to build the structure. We're going to create the HTML part first. Then we're going to add the Tailwind CSS classes to it and style it accordingly. I'm fast forwarding my HTML code, and as this weather app is relatively simple, I'm not explaining the HTML code here. However, I will be explaining the JavaScript code at the end of the video. this was our HTML part. Now we are going to set up the weather API. At first, go to openweathermap.org, then sign up, then come to the API section. Open the API docs for the current weather data. Then scroll down a bit. Until you find built-in API request by city name. Then copy the API call and you can paste it in the address bar. However, we do need an API key. You can copy the API key from here, paste it in the API key section and give a city name to the query. So you can see the temperature we got was not in degree Celsius. To get the temperature in degree Celsius, we need to add another parameter, which is units equal to metric. Then we create two variables, which is API key and API URL. Now we are going to use an async function to handle our API call. We use an async function here because for the weather information we are dependent on another website, so it may take some time to fetch that information. And for such activities we use async function. We know that JavaScript is single threaded, so we do not want our code to stop running as it is fetching the data. So what async function does is, as it fetches the data from another website, the other parts of the code run simultaneously. So now using await fetch, we can fetch the weather information from the API. So as you saw earlier, if I paste the API URL in the address bar, it shows us some information, weather information. The same thing is being done with the fetch function. In JavaScript, we use fetch function to do so. Then the await keyword causes the function to stop running until the data is fetched. After that, the data that is being fetched is turned into JSON format. Now let's see the data that is being fetched using console.log. I forgot to call the function here. So you can see the data that is being fetched is in this format. From this format, we can easily find out the necessary information that we need. Example, the temperature, the wind speed, etc., etc. that, we move on to make our search option dynamic, so that when a user inputs a city, that particular city's information is shown. For that, we select the search bar input and the search bar button. Now we also want to make the weather icon dynamic, so that it changes according to the weather. So to do that, we have to select the weather icon. Then we need to change its image src, so that the file path is dynamic. Thank you everyone. See you in another video. Bye.